Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our H5P session for today. Welcome to everyone who's joining us. And my name is Marion Murphy. I am the e-learning technical officer with the Department of Technology Enhanced Learning at MTU. So I'm just going to go through what I'm going to cover in the session today. I'm going to cover what is H5P, some use cases of H5P, the benefits for learners and lecturers. So I'm going to look at the different H5P content types, how to access H5P on Canvas, and I'm going to show you some examples and some demonstrations on the dialog cards, course presentations, interactive videos, and drag and drop. And I'll also share some supports that are available to help you if you want to use H5P on your module content. So first of all, looking at what is H5P. So H5P is essentially an authoring tool that's used within Canvas to create interactive content and learning activities. And it's widely used now in educational settings to enhance learning. And the content is responsive and mobile friendly, so there is a consistent experience across multiple devices. So look at some of the use cases for H5P. So you can create interactive module content. So for example, course presentations, interactive videos, quizzes to make learning more engaging and help learners understand complex concepts better. It can be used in blended learning where interactive exercises can be created, and this can help to reinforce face-to-face instruction. It can be used for asynchronous learning for online learners. It can help to keep them engaged through interactive module content. It can be used for formative assessments, so you can create assessments that provide immediate feedback to learners. This helps them to identify areas for improvement earlier. And accessibility, you can create accessible learning materials for those with different learning needs and preferences. So what are the benefits of H5P for learners? So first of all, H5P makes learning more engaging. So the interactive content is more engaging and more enjoyable for the learner. The learner actively participates in the learning, so there's a greater understanding and retention of material. Learners can get immediate feedback, especially when they're taking part in interactive activities. It helps them to understand their mistakes and learn from them in real time. Accessibility, H5P is compatible with most screen readers and major assistive technologies. Flexibility, it's responsive, so it can be accessed on various devices. And inline interaction, meaning that learners don't have to move away from the module content on Canvas. So what are the benefits for lecturers? The content can be broken down, organized into manageable chunks, so complex concepts can be broken down for the learner. Student engagement is enhanced through the interactive elements. H5P is responsive and accessible, so all students can interact with the content. There is a wide variety of content types. I think there's over 40 content types available now, so it ensures that different learning styles are catered for. You can manage H5P directly within Canvas, and there's detailed reporting features. So looking then at the different H5P content types, they're classified into layout content types and activity content types. So layout content types, this means that you can organize and present your information in an interactive way. Some examples of H5P content types here are the dialog cards. These are text-based turning cards. I'll show an example of those in a minute. You have a course presentation where you can add interactions such as true or false, fill in the blanks, lots of different question types. You have the accordion where you can create vertically stacked expandable items, so the learner can just click on the title and then this can reveal more information about a topic. You've got image slider, so you can have multiple images on a slider there. The activity content types is where you have interactive elements that you can create to engage the user and make the learning more interactive and fun, really. So the interactive video is one that I'm going to show you as well today. This is where you can enrich your videos with interactions. You have a drag and drop, which is another one I'm going to demonstrate today. This is where you can have different zones where the learner can drop labels into so they can demonstrate their learning. You have image hotspots where you can create and have an image with multiple information hotspots on it. So instead of having just a long kind of paragraph of text, you could create something more visual there and more interactive for the learner. And then you've lots of different question types as well. So then navigating to H5P on Canvas. So if you are creating new module content and you're creating a new page on Canvas, this will be what it'll look like. So you'll be putting in your page title here, and then you have your rich content editor across the top here. And you'll see here in red there, the H5P icon is highlighted. So you just click on the H icon there, and then you will this is what will pop up. It's the H5P editor, and then you'll be able to select the content type that you want to install into your module content. If you say had an existing page on Canvas and you decided you want to add a H5P interaction to it, you would just edit your page. Just an example here I have on the marketing mix. So you would just edit the page, and then you would just put your cursor in the position where you want to add the H5P interaction, and just select the H5P icon then, and it will just pop up with the H5P editor as previously shown there. So now looking at the examples and demonstrations I'm going to show you today. So first of all, the dialogue cards. These are cards with corresponding words and expressions on either side. Dialogue cards, they can help learners memorize words, definitions, expressions, sentences. So you can add a hint on the front of the card, and then on turning the card, the corresponding word or expression is revealed to the learner. These can be used to present maths problems, help learners to remember facts, historical events, formulas, or names. The next example and demonstration I'll show you is the course presentation. Similar to a regular presentation, but it has the added advantage in that you can add interactions to it. So learners can monitor their progress and understanding at shorter intervals throughout the presentation. So it's kind of chunking the information for them. The interactions can be tailored to different learning styles. So you can use text, audio, and imagery. Some examples include multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, and drag and drop. And I'll show you an example of that in a moment. I will also show you an example of the interactive video. This can be a really useful content type in that you can use either a video you've recorded yourself or a YouTube video, and then you can add interactions throughout the video. So this again will make it more engaging for the learner. You can add knowledge checks such as multiple choice, fill in the blanks. You can have pop-up text. So, say if you were talking about a specific case, you can link to that case externally from the video. They will just pop up for the learner. And you can add other informational resources at different intervals as well. You can set the interactions then to pause the video so the learner can, engage with that, whether that's a knowledge check or further information on the actual topic. So the interactions, they can just appear directly or appear as a button that the user can choose to click to reveal the particular interaction or resource there. And then finally, the drag and drop content type. This allows learners to associate two or more elements and to make logical connections in a visual way. So you can create drag and drop questions using text or images as draggable alternatives. And you can also add drag and drop directly into other H5P content types, such as course presentations or interactive videos or question sets as well. So I'm just going to move over here to Canvas now and show an example of the various different content types I mentioned there. So the first one we're going to look at is the dialogue cards. So in this example, learners are presented with a description of a business framework and they're asked to write down what the framework is themselves and then turn the card to check if they're correct. So you can see the instructions here and then you will see the hint that they get here. So the framework used by organizations to analyze external factors beyond their control. So the learner just thinks about what is that particular framework and then they can turn this and they can see that the pestle analysis is the particular answer on that one. Another example, a business framework to analyze the organization's skills, areas that need work, as well as external possibilities and challenges. So they just turn that to reveal the SWOT analysis there.
Sorry,
So,
Marion, there,
yes.
you're not actually showing Canvas.
Oh,
You're still
sorry.
sharing your slides.
Oh, sorry. Oh, good. Okay, sorry about that.
Thanks, Mil.
Can you see that there now, Roisin?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'll just recap there. Our first example here is the dialogue cards. So, the dialogue cards example here is where learners are presented with a description of a business framework and they're asked to write that down and then turn the card to check if they're correct. So they're given their instructions here and then they're given a hint of what that framework would be. So a business framework to analyze the organization's skills, areas that need work, as well as external possibilities and challenges. And then the learner will just turn the card to reveal the particular framework there. And if I just go to another one there, this is a change framework based on a company's organizational design and coordination. And the learner can turn the card there to reveal the McKinsey 7S framework. And they can retry there as much as they want to kind of embed the learning there as such. So I'm just going to do a demonstration of one dialogue card there now. So first of all, I want to edit my page and I'll select the H5P icon here and go to add content and then select dialog card and click on that and click to use there. Okay, so firstly we need to add a title to our dialog card and I will just add that here. So Common Business Frameworks is the title I'm giving here. And the heading here is testing your knowledge on common business frameworks. And there's two options here with dialogue cards. You can have normal mode or repetition mode, where the student can, can select I got it right or I got it wrong when the answer is revealed to them. In this example, I'm just going to use normal mode. In the task description, then we just add in our instructions. So the learner can see what the instructions are there. And then you can see the option here to add your dialogue card. So I'll just create one dialogue card there to give you an example. So you just want to add your text to the front of the dialogue card. And then you want to add your answer on the back. So this is the pestle analysis is the answer here. So if you wanted to add more dialogue cards there, you just follow the same procedure there to add them. And we just click Save and Insert. And then we go down to Save on Canvas. And our dialogue card is revealed there. So now just moving on to the next example, which is the course presentation. So in this example, learners are presented with slides on the Boston Consulting Group matrix mixed with some interactions. So on the first slide, we have an image of the BCG matrix and some text to explain the different elements. On slide 2, then we have a true or false question. So learners can move through the slides and they can interact with the questions then as they're going along. We have a YouTube video on the third slide, followed by another question here. And we have a dialogue cards embedded in this course presentation as well. And then finally, the last slide is where you can show the student can see their answers if they've answered the questions there. It'll show whether they got them right or got them wrong. So I just to show one of adding a slide and adding an interaction there. So again, we go to our H5P editor. And we click on add content. And we go to course presentation here and use. Okay, so if we just look first of all at we have to add we always have to add a title to our course presentation. And then you can see along the top here all the different options that you can add to your course presentation. Text, external links, images, videos, audio, fill in the blanks, single choice questions, multiple choice, true or false. So lots of options there to add. So on the first slide, we're just going to add the image of the BCG matrix. Okay, and we have to add our alternative text there. And then you can have a hover text. So if the learner hovers over the image, this hover text will be revealed. And that's done. So we want to just position this image on our slide. And then we want to add some text here as well. Okay, so I have some text already on all the different elements of the BCG matrix. So what they all actually mean. And then we just click done there. And so that is the text option there. So we can see all the relevant information there. We can move the images and text around to position them. So that's our first slide. So we want to add an interaction here now. Once the learner has reviewed that information, we want to add a knowledge check really for the learner. So we are going to add a true or false question here. So we select this one. And we have to put our title as always. And then we put in our question. So our question here is, question marks are the most desirable marketing channels for organizations. And the answer to this is false. And we select done. And we want to make that bigger on the slide. And we just want to kind of center it on the slide. So that's our interaction there. So if I just save and insert. So now we can see that the learner can, sorry, I need to save it on Canvas as well. Okay, so the learner will see the slide and then they will click into the next slide and they will be asked a question on it. So question marks are the most desirable marketing. So if I just have false and they can check that. And then if they go on to the next slide, they can submit their answers and they can see that they've answered that question correctly and their total score is 1 there. So that's an interaction in our course presentation. Our next example is the H5P interactive video. And in this example, I've uploaded a YouTube video which is on business ethics, and it gives some examples of ethical scandals in the past 25 years. There's three interactions have been added to this video. There's a fill in the blanks question, a single choice question, and I've also added a link for more information for the student. So if I just play the video just to where the interactions pop up, just to demonstrate that for you. So I'll just play and move it along. Doesn't seem to be playing at the moment.
Scandal isn't it's also about doing what's beneficial in the long run. Remember
Okay, so as the video moves along there, you will see along the bottom there is a white dot to indicate that an interaction has been added there. So the first interaction here, the student can click on, which says answer this fill in the blanks question. So the student can fill in the missing words in the sentence. So ethics is about what's right, but also about what is beneficial in the long run. So they can check that and they can see they got correct. So it can help them to really, I suppose, embed their learning as they're moving along at shorter intervals.
the Volkswagen emissions scandal.
The next interaction is
Profitable at first, but they always
so again, this is a question on why did Volkswagen rig emissions tests? And the answer there was to appear more environmentally friendly. So the learner can see that they've got that correct and they can now continue.
come with a hefty price tag. Savings were wiped out and trust in corporate America was shattered.
And the final interaction I've added there is a link to the Enron scandal. So the learner can find out more information about the Enron scandal if they want to. So just I'll just demonstrate adding one interaction there on a video for you. So if we just edit here. And again, use our H5P icon. And we want to select interactive video. Okay, so first of all, we must just add our title. So I've just put a title, Business Ethics YouTube video there. So you can see there's a few different steps here. So you have to add the video here. So you can either upload your own video file there or add in a link to your YouTube video. And we just insert. Now we want to add an interaction there. So you can see along the top here again, lots of different interactions you can add to the video as the learner is moving along there. So in this example, the interaction I'm going to add is a fill in the blanks. So with this one here, so I'll select that. And I first of all have to decide at what point I want to pause the video at. So it just means that, you can kind of position your interactions relevant to your module content. So I just select 20 to 21 seconds there. And then I can decide whether I want the video to pause when the interaction pops up or not. So I do want the video to pause there. And then you can select whether you want a button display or whether you just want the actual question to pop up. So that's the interaction. So we want to just add a label then for the learner. And we just need to add a title as well. And the task description is fill in the missing words, so we're happy enough with that. And then I just need to add in the sentence that I want the learner to add the fill in the blanks to. So when you are creating a sentence, you have to, for the words that you want the learner to add or to answer, you have to put an asterisk on either side of them. So the word right and the words long run will be blanked out on the question itself. So that's our question, and we just click done there. And now we can see that that interaction has been added there on the video. And just move down here. I'll just save that and insert. And then save it on Canvas. And again, just move along here.
In business, right. It's also about doing what's beneficial in the long run. Remember.
So you can see that the fill in the blanks question pops up. And then our final example is the drag and drop. So in this example, I've used a map of the world and I've created different drop zones. So the learner must move the text labels into the correct drop zone. So if I just show you that. So as you can see, it's a nice interaction for the student. So if they submit, it shows that they've got all the continents correctly positioned there. So I'll just create a couple of drop zones there on this one. Okay, so we'll go to the H5P icon again. And go to the drag and drop. Select that. And okay, so first of all, we need to add our map of the world here. And then step 2 then in the task is we need to add our drop zones and add our labels. So if I do a drop zone here for North America, so I don't, it says show label, but I don't show the label because that will basically give the game away to the learner. Then they'll know exactly where to put the text label. So we don't want to show the label there. I'm going to reduce the opacity here to 30 and click done. So you can see that's the drop zone there. So I want to just position this drop zone over North America. And I'm going to add one more. And that will be Asia. And again, I don't want to show the label. I want to show an opaque drop zone so that we can still see the color, the map on the background there. So click done. And that's our drop zone. So we have 2 drop zones there, and then I'll just create 2 labels. So first label is North America. And we want to select, we select all the drop zones so that the learner can kind of get it wrong as such as well. So it just means that, you know, they will learn from their mistakes as such and they can retry it as well. So I'll just select that and just move that over to the side. and then create another text label, which is Asia, and then select done. And then you just need to go back into the drop zones and link up the drop zone to the text. So we can edit the drop zone here, and we select the correct text for this is North America. We click done there. And the correct text for the Asia drop zone is Asia, and select done. Save and insert. Oh, sorry, never added a title there. So just add my title. And then save and insert. And then we save it on Canvas. And then you've got your continent, and you've got your both labels, and they're in the correct continents. So just going back there now to the presentation again. So that's our examples and demonstrations, and just some supports that I wanted to share as well. So there's a library of H5P instruction documents on our website, and I'm also sharing a link to a training I did in September, which covers 3 other content types: the image hotspot, the multiple choice question, and the accordion. So there's 3 other content types there that might be useful for you as well. And I'll just want to share the links here, and I've also shared a link to our H5P Canvas course as well, and also details, our email address if you have any questions when you're working on your H5P interactions and you need some help, you can drop us a line. And if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to take them as well, please. Oh, yes, I can see 2 questions. Okay. Yes, the recording will be available, Olivia. Yeah, I'll be sending that recording out after the session as well. Thanks, Julie. Thank you. Okay, great. Actually, there might be another question. Okay, no problem. Okay, thanks very much everyone for joining today. And as I said, you can give us a shout if you have any questions, further questions, and I'll be sending out a link to the recording, and also I will add the links to the help docs as well, and the H5P Canvas course. So thank you very much for coming.